Small shoot today. I've got my first retainer client here that I'm doing for a plant shop. This is a 2-day project that we're doing. I'm basically tasked with coming out, filming a whole bunch of content that we could set on, and then making some Instagram reels. The deliverables are about 12 Instagram reels a month. I'm working with their content producer right now to get all that figured out, what they want, what works, what doesn't. So I'm just here gathering a whole bunch of footage. We have a couple ideas we're going to be doing later. And I'm basically just running the A7S III on my Ronin S2. I love this setup. It is phenomenal. Having the FX6 gives me the flexibility to use the A7S III the way that I think it was more so intended, to be very run and gun. I've got the 14mm on here, which gives me a lot more clearance when I need to frame up for vertical. And then I still have the option for nice horizontal shots should we need it in the future. But yeah, just on the Ronin S2, I'm running around the store, getting footage of different things. This part is just capturing the store and some of the aesthetic of it. And I'll be using this footage later, or just as trends show up, I have footage I can go to. Here I'm setting up the Amaran 60X, going to start lighting things up in the store. It actually used to be a grocery store, and so some of the spots are darker than others, and I was not really wanting to push this thing to 12,800. And so I decided I'm just going to bring this little light. It's V-mount. I have a nice little carbon fiber light stand from Best in Photo. Super easy to work with, very easy to maneuver around. I can hold both of these in my hand and just kind of walk around. This is kind of the before and after. Here you can see the Amaran kind of behind me, lighting up this little pottery display right here as I'm coming through and just grabbing shots. I'm shooting everything 60 frames except for obviously this interview here, which we are doing for one of the products that they sell. Just another piece of content that we can use. The Amaran was being used all day. I put the reflector on it as we went outside to do a couple shots, and it honestly made quite a bit of difference. This is me turning it off and on, and I had a lot of people compliment how much they liked that shot because it actually looked fake to them. A lot of people thought I was on the green screen, but fast forward about 48 hours, it is day 2 of this shoot. I'm loading everything up. This Nanit case is phenomenal, by the way. It has been so good just to be able to have everything I need in it. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool how I did that, right? I used the Insta-Go 3 to do a really cool shot. So this is day 2 of 2 filming for my new client that I picked up. And they essentially get 1 8-hour shoot day or 2 4-hour shoot days. So obviously the first month is going to be a little bit different. First couple months may be a little bit different. I'm going to be a little bit lenient on how much I'm shooting. This is a client that I used to work with years ago. Like I actually worked at the place that I'm shooting for. You can look it up. It's called Rubel's Plants of Texas. Left there on good terms when I did at the time. I was young, maybe 19, 20-ish years old, pretty fresh out of high school. So this is why it's extremely important not to burn any bridges, because never did I think that this relationship working there would turn into now my first ever retainer client. So very important that you treat people with respect and understand that you never know how a relationship could foster into something else. So back on the 14mm, back on the Ronin S2, just getting that set up. This is at the Dallas location now, so this is their other store. Going to be doing pretty much the same thing, just walking around, getting the whole look and vibe and feel because they are completely different. This takes about 45 minutes to an hour. This location is a lot bigger and a lot more detailed, and so I think this took me about an hour to just kind of go around. That's Jackie right there. She's the one that I'm working with. So she's helping with the ideas and taking part in a lot of the content. The whole idea that we want to do is create some personalities so when people come to the store, they have a familiar face that they can link to. Kind of just helps drive sales, but more importantly, it just makes it feel a lot more personal. So I'm about to start doing outside shots. I'm switching to my 24-70 with the ND filter I have on there. It's a ProMaster ND filter. As you can see here on the 14mm, you have to have these like special ND filters. They fit in the back of the lens, like little square pieces of glass, because this front attachment is permanently fixed to there, which is obvious because the lens is bulbous, so you wouldn't want that just sticking out there and taking a chance of scratching. So switch to the 24-70, just the same thing, walking around, getting different shots, setting up another little interview. This was a different type of piece of content we were doing. Again, that 60X coming in handy. This is the same battery from 2 days before. I was lazy and didn't charge the battery. This thing lasts quite a while. And again, it just makes all the difference whenever you're doing stuff like this. So I'm just packing up now. That's that Best in Photo tripod I was talking about. You can fit 2 of those in those bags. They're extremely light. They're good for those tiny little lights. I would not recommend putting anything bigger than maybe a 200X on there, and even that is pushing it depending on the attachment you put on there. So. If you want to follow along and just see the content we produce, this is the Instagram handle. You guys can go and check out the work we do there. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this vlog. Anything else you want to see, as always, leave it in the comments below, and see you in the next one.